Hey leaders, happy Friday. Hope that you guys are successfully surviving NC Irene. It's not NC Irene, it's Hurricane Irene. I was just looking on Twitter and saw someone hashtag NC Irene. But I hope that you guys are surviving the hurricane that is not even close to blowing outside of the window. If you guys haven't been to Matthews lately, you should come. We have windows now, which is very enjoyable. You can see the sunlight shining on my face. Except it's early evening, so it's not really sun. It's just twilight, dusk. Either way, it's light, and I'm super excited about that. I hope you guys had a great week. We are super excited for Prodigy and Me to start this weekend. Pastor will be preaching from Blakeney all weekend. We have a really cool worship element going on, so make sure that if you're not scheduled for this weekend, you attend and you get there early. You don't want to miss the first piece. It'll be amazing. If you are not scheduled for this weekend, come anyway. Bring a backpack. For Orange Initiative, we are donating backpacks to a child's place and some kids in need for back to school. So bring one. You can get a backpack filled with about $10 worth of school supplies. Show them that production is really going to lead the way in making sure that kids get what they need. Who would deprive a child of anything? I don't know. One time my mom tried to deprive me of a pack of chiclets at Kroger, and so I put the pack of chiclets in my pocket and walked out of Kroger. So you see what happens when you deprive children. They get creative and become criminals and deviants. I never told them that in my interview to come on staff, so hopefully no one on staff is watching this because I may lose my job. So if you don't see me next weekend, know that it's because of the chiclets when I was 5 that tasted like guilt and shame when I got home with them and hid them from my mom. Anyway, I think that's it for those of you that are not scheduled for this week. You can go ahead and hop off. And for those of you that are, I'm going to count to 3, and then we'll go through the cue sheet for this week. So 1, 2, 3. All right, we're going to do a new crazy creative thing, point to point. Every campus is going to open doors, which is going to be pretty amazing. We will fire a 5 before from Blakeney. That will roll straight into this partially motion graphics, partially video piece called Defining a Prodigy, in which we will indeed define a prodigy. So there's no confusion in that title about what the piece is about. We'll go straight into that, into All Creatures of Our God and King. There will be a vocoder on stage at every campus. And one worship leader will be at the front playing said vocoder and also singing into a mic that is going to yield auto-tune results. And I'm not talking about Rebecca Black Friday or Britney Spears Soda Pop off of her debut album, One More Time, which if you haven't listened to it, it's track number 4, and it is basically Britney's best song ever. Perhaps one of the greatest songs of our generation. It's really good. But regardless, we are going to auto-tune our worship leaders, and they're going to sound pretty amazing for an old school hymn. So we're going to twist it a little bit, which will be great. Coming out of that, we'll go into With Us for just regular worship. With Us. We're going to worship with us. And then we will go into a YouTube Prodigy montage that is part inspiring, part super creepy. I don't know if the guy's swallowing light bulbs or the Asian children playing guitars is more disturbing to me. But either way, you can't look away. It's like a train wreck. But in a good way, in like an intentional way, like we drove the train off the tracks, which we don't do in production. However, out of that, we'll go into live announcements at each campus, 2 minutes local. I got bangs cut, guys, and they're really in my face, so pardon me while I nervously twitch them. Oh, hey, Jay. It's Jay Rabin, getting ready for a Matthews Leader event, so my Matthews Leader should actually be here while I'm filming this, which is awesome. That'll be a little bit of a time warp when you read and watch this later. Out of live announcements, we'll go into God is Able, and then point-to-point worship this week is Never Once. Pastor will come on stage at some point. The podium needs to be out before he gets up, and then he will throw to the Amina Brown video. If you've never met Amina Brown, you won't this weekend, but you'll watch her do some pretty incredible things with words. She will completely slay you with her rhetoric and rhythm and jams. Then we'll go into a 41-minute sermon We'll have 6 people on stage for a jersey illustration that Pastor will be doing. That will be pretty awesome. And then at the end of his sermon, he will throw to a launch month recap offering vignette that is 1 minute and 10 seconds. It will recap launch month in a vignette style to set up the offering, hence the name Launch Month Recap Offering Vignette. Coming out of that, we will go locally for an offering tag for 1.5 minutes at each campus, and then we'll close with us and a playlist. So fairly straightforward weekend. The only thing that's real different is all creatures of our God and King. Stagehands will need to be sure that they clear the stage in a swift and purposeful manner as soon as that song is over. Other than that, there's nothing super crazy. Just know that I'm thrilled that you guys continue to serve on our team and be part of what we're doing here. Prodigy and Me is going to be a really awesome time for us to flex our creative muscles video-wise, worshiply, not a word, in a worship way, and in creative elements. So I'm really excited. Prodigy and Me will also be a defining moment for the church because in the 3rd week, we will open 2 new campuses to bring our total to 6. Crazy. Anyway, if you have any questions, let me know. I forgot to tell everyone that had been watching this how to let me know that they watched it. But you can reply by letting me know what your favorite thing about Windows is. And I do not mean Mike Mitchell, the Microsoft Windows. I mean the actual Windows. That's it. Hope you guys have a great weekend, and I hope to see all of you, which means I hope that you all come to Matthews, because I'm at Matthews for a while. I hope you come over here and say hello. Or you can reply with your own video, and I may or may not watch it, but I'll tell you that I will. Anyway, hope that you guys have a great rest of the weekend, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.